Hello everyone. Today we will start the chapter Lines and Angles. So before getting into the chapter, let us understand what are lines and angles. So this you can very easily understand by looking at your surroundings. Suppose if you are going to look at this room, what are the different shapes you are able to observe? All different shapes of triangles, lines, line segments, etc. These are all the different shapes you are able to observe. So this is nothing but full of geometry. Wherever you see, outside, inside your room, everywhere you are able to see only the shapes, etc. Suppose if you are able to observe this fan, the blades of the fan, the stick of the fan, these tube lights represents the line segment. Also you can say the cylindrical form. All shapes you are able to see. So maths is full of geometry only. Where does this geometry started? It started from a point. This point is represented by a capital letter. Example, point A. This is a single point which has got no length, no breadth and no thickness. Suppose if I take 2 points, so what is the thing I can make over here? When I take 2 points, I can make a line segment. So it is named as A and B. So this line segment is nothing but we say it as line segment AB. Next comes 3 points. So there are 2 ways of representing 3 points. One in the form of a straight line. So these are when the 3 points are kept in a line, in a straight line, they are nothing but they are called as collinear points. When these 3 points are not in a line, see for example like this, what you are able to observe? When you join these 3 points, you are able to get a triangle. So when you add one more triangle over this, you get another figure called quadrilateral. One more triangle if you add, you will get another figure, pentagon. One more triangle if you add, you get another figure, hexagon. So this process goes on, you will be getting a n-sided figure. After drawing all the triangles like this, you will be observing that this all triangles is going to form a circle. So starting from this point, that is line segment, you are reached a circle. So this whole geometry lies between this line segment and this circle. Again, if you are going to open this circle and assume this circle is made up of a rope. This rope, if you are going to cut it over here and place it over here like this, again it is going to form a line segment. This concept you call it as one to many concept. That is, you start with a line segment and you reach your circle. Again this circle, when it is open, it has formed a line segment. This is easily understood by this concept, that is one to many concept. This whole geometry lies between your line segment and a circle. So you understood what is points now. What is line? Line is nothing but a straight path which extends indefinitely on both the directions. Let us understand this concept, earlier concepts, whatever you have learnt in your earlier class, that is the basic concepts of line segments, ray, etc. using the PowerPoint representation. Let me show you the PowerPoint representation now. So these are all the basic geometrical terms which you have learnt in your earlier classes. So what is the first one? Line. Line is the path which extends indefinitely on both the directions. See, this is a line. I have taken 2 points over there in a line AB and it shows the line over here, and arrows are there over here that shows this line is extending indefinitely on both the directions. Next comes line segment. A line with 2 endpoints is called a line segment. That is, this is a line segment and it is nothing but a part of a line. It has got 2 endpoints and we can measure the line segment also, and it has got definite length. But whereas we cannot measure this line. Next comes the ray. A ray has got one end point, that is, this is a starting point, and it extends indefinitely to the other direction. For example, this is the real life example of ray. Here I pasted a torchlight for you to show that this is ray. This end is fixed and this end is extending indefinitely throughout the same direction, you see. Next, coming to collinear points. Just now I explained what are collinear points. Points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. See, here you are having 3 points A, B and C. These 3 points are standing on the same line. So you call these 3 points as collinear points. Now let us see different types of angles, whatever you have learnt in your earlier classes, like acute angle, obtuse angle, right angle, straight angle, reflex angle and full angle. So angle, what do you mean by angle? When two different rays originate from the same point, see, you are able to observe two different rays over here. One ray is OA and the second ray is OB. These are originating from the same point, and the distance covered, when you draw the distance, that is the portion occupied between the first ray and the second ray, that portion you call it as an angle. So these two rays, that is OA and OB, you call it as the arm of the angle, and this point O, you call it as the vertex of the angle. Next is acute angle. What do you mean by acute angle? An angle whose measure is greater than 0 degree and less than 90 degree is called as acute angle. Here you can see some examples of acute angle. I have shown the clock over here, which is showing 2 o'clock over here. Since this clock is showing 2 o'clock, so the angle formed over here is acute angle, and here you are having the pieces of pizza over here, which shows the acute angle. Next is obtuse angle. So an angle whose measure is more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree is called as obtuse angle. Here you are able to see the real life example, which is showing the obtuse angle over here. Next is straight angle. An angle whose measure is 180 degree. Suppose if I am going to take this scale, this is a straight angle, because this measures here, this angle will be equal to 180 degree, and these are some of the examples showing 180 degree over here. These are all some of the real life examples. So wherever you see in your surroundings, all the shapes show some angle or other. Next one, reflex angle, an angle whose measure is greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Here, so this is an angle which is showing greater than 180 and less than 360. So whatever angle you are getting it over here, that is angle AOB. If you are going to subtract from 360 degree, you will be getting this reflex angle. And see here the real life example. This lady is bending outside, and so the angle formed over here is the reflex angle. Next, next is complementary angles. What are complementary angles? The sum of two angles whose measure is 90 degree, you call it as complementary angles. So here the two angles are formed. The first angle is AOB and the second angle is BOC. If you are going to add these two angles, you should get 90 degree. When you get 90 degree, you call these two angles as complementary angles. Some real life example are shown over here. This is the gate outside your house. Suppose there is a bar over here. The two angles formed over here is forming a complementary angle. The two angles together you get it as 90 degree. So you call these two angles as, sum of these two angles as complementary angle. Next comes supplementary angle. What are supplementary angles? Two two angles are called supplementary if the sum of their measures is 180 degree. So here you can see the light post in your house also. Opposite your house you are able to see so many light posts over here. So if you are going to observe the angle formed over there, what is the angle shown over here? The sum of two angles will be equal to 180 degree. Why it's 180 degree? Because it is a straight line over here. Here also you are able to observe, I have shown it through a PowerPoint drawing over here, where the sum of two different colors also are shown, the red color and green color. Together these two shades are going to give you the angle of 180 degree. Next, adjacent angles. Two angles are called adjacent angles if they have a common vertex. See, there are two angles, though there are three angles over here, I have shaded these two angles together and one more angle I kept it over here, that is blue color and green color. So these two angles are called adjacent angles. You can say your neighbor, you both are, there will be a common wall between your house and your neighbor's house. So there will be an angle which is formed, that angle is called as an adjacent angle. And one more example, if you are going to open the book over here, the adjacent pages of the book shows you the adjacent angle. Next, intersecting lines. When two lines cross each other, you get intersecting lines. See, you are able to see two lines over here. Always the lines are represented by the small letters. Two lines you are having over here. The first line is line L and the second line is line M, which are overlapping, which are intersecting each other, and that intersecting point you call it as O. So when two lines cross each other and those two lines you call it as intersecting lines. In your real life example, you can see this plus sign where the two lines are intersecting each other. Next, non-intersecting lines or parallel lines. When two lines are not intersecting, you say that those two lines are called parallel lines. Suppose if you are going to observe the roof of your house, you see both the lines are moving towards, they are not at all intersecting. And one more example will be the railway track, where the railway lines are going on extending, where they do not meet each other. So you call those two lines as parallel lines. So see, I am given an example of railway track also. You are able to observe over here, these two lines are extending indefinitely and they are not at all meeting each other. So this is an example of parallel lines, and the distance between these parallel lines is always same. So since they are extending indefinitely on both the directions, the distance remains same throughout. Next, coming to linear pair, which is the most important topic of your chapter, that is lines and angles. When the sum, you have learned just now adjacent angles. What are adjacent angles? That is two angles which is having the same vertex and they are not and sharing one ray also. So those two angles, when the sum of those two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then you call these two angles as linear pair. The best example, you have it in your house itself, that is a vegetable cutter. So you can see the vegetable cutter over here. When you move the cutter actually act as a ray. Suppose if I am going to keep the cutter over here, which is acting as a ray, if you are going to move like this and like this, the ray is moving like this and like this. Two angles are formed. The sum of those two angles is going to give you 180 degree, and that angle you call it as linear pair. What do you mean by pair? You can have only two angles. We cannot have more than two angles. When sum of two angles is 180 degree, you call it as linear pair. If there are more than two angles, then you call it as a straight line. You cannot write the reason as linear pair. These concepts you have learned in earlier classes also, but this concept is especially very important for this chapter, that is the linear pair. One more example I have given over linear pair. You can see the road, and in between this road one more road is going over here. So there the two angles are formed over here. These two angles, when you measure the sum of these two angles, it will be equal to 180 degree. So you call these two angles as linear pair angles. Next is vertically opposite angles. When two angles intersect each other, when two lines intersect each other, vertically opposite angles are formed and they are equal also. The best example is scissors. So you have brought scissors also. See, are you able to see? This scissor you are having two lines over here, two lines are intersecting, they are intersecting at the point O over here, and two angles are formed over here. You see, this is one angle and this is one angle, here also two angles are formed. So to find out this, if you are going to close this, you can observe these two angles are equal, and if you are going to close like this, you can say these two angles are equal. So when two lines intersect each other like this, the vertically opposite angles are equal. The best example in your house is scissors. You can open the scissors and see how vertically opposite angles are formed. Here also I have shown the example. One more, you have study table or press table, whatever you say, you can observe in your house. There also the two lines are given over here. That is the stand given over the press table. It is given for support, and they are intersecting each other, and there also you are able to see vertically opposite angles are formed. So I can say the vertically opposite angles, those are formed, are also equal. Especially in this exercise 6.1, you will be using this linear pair and vertically opposite angles, supplementary angles, etc. That I will explain you while doing the exercise. Hope you would understand the basic concepts. So far I have showed it using the PowerPoint representation. Now let us move on to how you got the adjacent angles. See, so far you had only acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, and reflex angle or straight angle also. So many angles, whatever you are learned. So these had only two rays. Suppose I am going to introduce one more ray over here. So let us name this as A, O, B, and this is OC. Same over here, A, O, B, C, B, O, D. Again this is a ray over here, and again you can have a ray over here, A, B, O, C. So whenever I introduce a ray in between the angle, how many extra angles you are getting? You are getting one more angle. That is, this is one angle. So I can show it with a color chalk for you. So two angles are formed. You are able to observe. One is this angle and the second one is this angle. So these two angles are formed. So what can you say about these two angles? These two angles are adjacent angles because they are sharing the common vertex over here, and one arm is common over here, sharing the common arm, and the other two arms are non-common arm. If you are having such an angle, you call these two angles as adjacent angles. And here also you are able to two adjacent angles over here. So everywhere you are able to see two adjacent angles. I have shown it by different color. So when the sum of these two adjacent angles are supplementary, that is, when sum of these two angles is 180 degree, you call these two angles as linear pair, which is the most important topic. You should understand what do you mean by linear pair. That is, one ray will be there and sum of two angles should be equal to 180 degree. 180 degree, it is understood, it should be a straight line. So always whenever you are having a straight line, if you are having two angles forming 180 degree and those two angles, you call it as linear pair of angles. So let me show now how we are going to prove the sum of two angles in a linear pair is equal to 180 degree. That is the axiom number 1 of your book. So axiom number 1. What is axiom number 1? States that if a ray stands on a line, the sum of two angles formed is 180 degree. So this is the first axiom, and you have the converse of this axiom also. If the sum of two angles is given as 180 degree, then it will be a straight line. So let me prove this now using the diagram. So let us take a line segment over here, AB. AB is a line segment and take a point O on it. OC is a ray over here. OC is a ray. I have to prove that angle AOB plus angle AOC plus angle COB is equal to 180 degree. How to prove? First let me write what is given over here. What is given? AOB is a line. AOB is given and given AOB and OC is a ray. Now first let me draw up a perpendicular over here. I will write DO perpendicular to AOB. Draw DO perpendicular to AOB. If you are going to draw a perpendicular, so you can observe that this will be writing in a construction. Draw DO this is the sign symbol for perpendicular. Draw DO perpendicular to AB. To prove you will be writing to prove angle AOC plus angle COB is equal to 180 degree. So for all the sums in geometry, these three steps should be there. First one given, whatever is given you will be writing given. Next to prove. Next if you are doing any construction you will be writing construction. Next comes the proof. So first I am going to write this angle AOC. So if I am going to write this angle AOC, you are able to observe this. This angle AOC is splitted as AOD and another angle DOC. This is angle AOD and another angle is DOC. So can I split this angle AOC as angle AOD plus angle DOC. Next, I am going to write this angle COB. What is angle COB? So how will you write COB? COB can be written as this whole angle DOB minus this angle that is DOC. Have you able to understand these two steps? First I am splitting this AOC as AOD plus DOC. And coming to angle COB, there is no ray in between COB. So I am going to take this previous perpendicular and subtract from that, that is the angle DOB minus the angle DOC. But you know that angle AOC, you know that, so rearranging you will be getting on doing the we need the angle AOC plus angle BOC, because only these two angles we have to prove it to 180 degree. So we will be adding the left hand side and adding the right hand side. Angle AOD plus angle DOC plus angle DOB minus angle DOC. If you are going to observe over here, angle DOC and angle DO plus angle DOC and minus angle DOC gets cancelled. So what I am getting? Angle AOD plus angle DOB. Are you able to observe the figure over here? What is angle AOD plus angle DOB? As you have done the construction over here, perpendicular line, That means these two angles are 90 plus 90, which is equal to 180 degree. So have you understood how you got whenever there is a ray, the sum of two angles formed over here is equal to 180 degree. This is the first axiom. What is the converse of this axiom? If it is given in the question, the sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree, then you can say that AOB is a line. This is a converse of this axiom. Hope you understood this axiom number 1. Using this axiom number 1 and vertically opposite angles, using those properties, we will let us solve some of the sums of exercise 6.1. Before that, let me give some few examples for finding out the angles. Question number 1. Suppose if I am giving a line AB and giving a ray OC and giving two angles, one is 30 degree and other angle I don't know, how to find the angle X over here? So how will you do this sum? You know sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree because these two angles are lying on a straight line. So I will write it over here. X plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree. In bracket you will be writing linear pair. Pair means, as I said, two angles and it is lying on a straight line also. So these two angles we call it as a linear pair angles. So x plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree, or x is equal to 180 degree minus 30 degree, which is equal to 50 degree. So you will have more questions on this of this type. So let us do one more sum over here. Suppose I am having three angles over here. One is, and the ratio of these two angles is A, let me name it as AOB, CD. The ratio of these three angles, that is 1, 2, 3. The ratio of these three angles is given as 1 is to 2 is to 3. So what will be my first angle? 1x. What will be my second angle? 2x. And what will be my third angle? 3x. So whenever the ratio is given, we have to take it in the form of x. So how will I solve this? So what will be the first step? X plus 2x plus 3x is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair. So what is 1x plus 2x plus 3x? 6x. 6x is equal to 180 degree. Here you will not write the reason as linear pair, you will write it as straight line because I got more than two angles. 6x is equal to 180 degree, or x is equal to 180 by 6, which is equal to 30 degree. Again, you should not leave the answer as it is over here. I have to put the value of x over here. So what is my first angle? X is 30 degree. Second, 2 into x is 2 into 30, 60 degree. Third, 3 into x is 3 into 30, which is equal to 90 degree. Now if I am going to add these three angles, let me check whether I am getting 180 degree. 90 plus 60 plus 30 gives you 180 degree. So this you have to solve it and show it in your copy. Directly you should not refer checking. You can write the angles over here and add it. But in your examination point of view, you have to show all the steps over here. X is equal to 30, 2x is equal to 2 into 30, which is equal to 60, and 3x is equal to 3 into 30, which is equal to 90 degree. Have you understood these two sums? So let me give one more example of vertically opposite angles. So what are vertically opposite angles? As I said, when two lines intersect each other, vertically opposite angles are formed. Here, let me name this angle as 1, 2, 3, 4. So, whenever two lines are intersected, 4 angles are formed. You have to show that vertically opposite angles are equal. For proving this, I am going to use the linear pair axiom. So, what is linear pair? Here, let me name it as AB, CD. So, are you able to observe any straight line over here? Yes, you are having two straight lines and they are intersecting at the point O. You have to prove angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So, how to prove this? Let me explain. So, first you write given AB and CD intersect at the point O. Yes, this is what given to you. So, you have to prove. You can also use numbers, also you can use the angle form, that is angle AOD, angle DOB, angle BOC and angle AOC. So, now I have to prove angle 1 is equal to 3 and 2 is equal to 4. So, I will be writing it over here. Prove that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 2 is equal to angle 4. For proving this, first I am going to take AB as a line over here. Are you able to see AB as a line? Yes. AB is a line, therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Just now we are seeing the linear pair property axiom, that is AB is a line, sum of two angles is equal, adjacent angles is supplementary, that is 180 degree. So, I am using that property. Now, take another line CD, you name this equation as 1. Now, take CD as a line. So, CD is a line. What can you observe? Angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. This is equation number 2. Now, if you are going to observe these two equations, on right hand side, both the values are same 180 and 180. So, I can equate left hand side also. So, you write from 1 and 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. If you are able to observe over here, that angle 2 is on both the sides. So, you can cancel it. So, what is remaining over here? Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. So, we have proved that angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and these two angles you call it as vertically opposite angles. So, using the linear pair axiom, we have proved that vertically opposite angles are equal. Similarly, you can prove angle 2 is equal to angle 4. Similarly, you can prove by taking the other two lines, angle 2 is equal to angle 4. So, hope you understood to prove how vertically opposite angles are equal. Just you write given AB and CD are the two lines intersecting at the point O. This is what given in the question. Next, what you have to prove? Opposite, that is opposite angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 3 you have to prove. 2 is equal to 4 you have to prove. For proving this, I am going to take the line AB. If AB is the line, we are able to observe the linear pair angles over here. Angle 1 and 2 are adjacent and also they are lying over the line. So, we can say angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree. In bracket, write the reason linear pair. I name it as equation number 1. Coming to the second line CD, you are able to observe that angle 2 plus angle 3 is also equal to 180 degree. Same reason, linear pair. While comparing these two equations, I am able to see I am having 180 degree on the right hand side. So, I can equate the left hand side also. Equating the left hand side, I get 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 3. 2 is common on both the sides. So, I can cut these two angles. So, whatever is left out is nothing but angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Thus, we have proved that vertically opposite angles are equal. Similarly, we can prove angle 2 is also equal to angle 4. This you can easily prove since this is a linear pair. If I subtract 180 from angle 1, I will get angle 2. If I subtract 180 from angle 3, I will get angle 4. As these two angles are equal, we can directly say angle 2 is also equal to angle 4. So, let us move on to the exercise 6.1, which is based on this concept, that is linear pair and vertically opposite angles. Now, take out your exercise 6.1. Let me read the question. See the figure also. Lines AB and CD intersect at O. You are having two lines over here, AB and CD. Exercise 6.1, question number 1. So, you draw the line figure. In geometry, figure is very necessary. Without figure, you should not attempt any answer in the exam. Even though the figure is given in the question, you have to draw the figure in the answer sheets also. So, you are having two lines over here. One is AB and the second one is CD. These two lines are intersecting at the point O. And what is given over here? If angle AOC plus BOE is equal to 70 degree. So, let me shade these two angles. This is angle. So, one more A is over here. E. They are saying angle AOC plus angle BOE. So, if you use color pencils, it will be very easy for you to identify the angles. You shade these two angles and see what it is given. Sum of these two angles is given as 70 degree. So, let me write and let me read the next part of the question. And angle BOD is equal to 40 degree. So, this angle BOD is given as 40 degree. So, by seeing the question, you should know what are all given in the question. First, it is given AB and CD is a line. So, let me write it over here. Given AB and CD intersect at O. So, when you hear the word intersect, immediately you should know that you should use the property of vertically opposite angles. Got it? Next. So, you should grasp that keyword. See the keyword. What is the keyword over here? Intersect. So, whenever there is a word intersect, immediately you should apply the property of vertically opposite angles. Next, what is asked? If something is asked, you write to find. What is to be found? First one, you have to find angle BOE. You have to find angle BOE. Second one, you have to find reflex of COE. Reflex of angle COE. Now look at the question carefully. Proof you write. Now look at the question carefully. As I said, you have to see the keyword over here, intersect. So, what is intersecting? Line AB and line CD, they are intersecting each other. So, when they intersect each other, you have vertically opposite angles are equal. So, can you see the vertically opposite angle over here? Yes. I have the angle AOC, I have the angle BOD. These two angles are equal. So I can write angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. In bracket you write vertically opposite angles. Therefore angle AOC is equal to, do you know BOD? See the figure over here, what is given? BOD is equal to 40 degree. Also you can write it in given also, angle BOD is equal to 40 degree, and one more was given, and angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. So whatever is given, don't miss it, you have to write it over there. Now angle BOD is 40 degree, therefore angle AOC is also equal to 40 degree. Reason, vertically opposite angles. Now whenever after getting the angles, you write it with pencil over here, so that it is very easy for you to calculate the angles. Now I got 40 over here, angle AOC. So what is my next question? I have to find angle BOE. So how to find BOE? See whether any condition is given between these two angles. So it is given over here, angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. So I will write it over here, angle AOC plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree. In bracket you will be writing given over here. Now can we replace the value of AOC with 40 degree? So only I am saying write it with pencil over here. After finding the angle over here, it is very easy for you to calculate. So I will replace angle AOC by 40 degree. 40 degree plus angle BOE is equal to 70 degree, or angle BOE is equal to 70 minus 40, which is equal to 30 degree. Got it? So this is step number 1, we have found angle AOC. Step number 2, we have found angle BOE. Let me say what is the third step. Step number 3. What you have to find in step number 3, that is angle COE, reflex of angle COE. So what is reflex of angle COE? Reflex of angle COE will be equal to 360 degree minus angle COE. For finding reflex of angle COE, I had to find this angle COE. So let me name these angles as X. So shall I rub this one now? Now for finding this angle X, we know that 40 degree plus X plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree. Reason, it is a straight line. So I will write it over here. We know 40 degree plus X plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Straight line. So 40 plus 30 is 70 degree. 70 plus X is equal to 180 degree. Or X is equal to 180 minus 70, which is equal to 1110. So now I can find the reflex of COE. So reflex of COE is equal to 360 minus 110, which is equal to 250 degree. So you have got 3 parts in this question. First you have to find angle AOC, first step. Second step you have to find angle BOE, second step, and third step you have to find reflex of angle COE. For finding the reflex of angle COE, first I should know the value of COE, that is angle COE. After finding angle COE, I will be subtracting it from 360. So first whatever the information is given in the question, you will be using that. Observe the keyword. In the question it is given 2 lines are intersecting. So whenever you hear the word intersecting, immediately apply vertically opposite angle property. So when 2 lines are intersecting, I can see These two angles are vertically opposite angles. So if angle BOD is equal to 40 degree, I can say angle AOC is also equal to 40 degree. Immediately write it with pencil over here. Next, what is the second part we are asked to prove? I am asked to find out the angle BOE. Second part also you observe it from the question. It is given this angle, these two angles I colored also. These two angles are given to be 70 degree. So if one angle is 70 degree, the other angle will be 70 minus 40, which is equal to 30 degree. Second part is over. Now coming to the third part, reflex of COE. For finding the reflex of COE, I should know what is COE. So for finding COE, I will be applying the straight line property. 40 plus x plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, x is equal to 110. Now I know COE. I can easily find reflex of COE. Reflex means always subtract it from 360 degree. So 360 minus 110, which will be equal to 250 degree. First geometry always you should try orally. After trying orally, finding out the angles, put it in the form of steps sequentially. Then it will be very easy for you. Got it? So shall we move on to the next question? Now we will move on to the second question. What is the question? XY and MN intersect at O. So this is a line XY and this is MN. They are intersecting at the point O. As I said, underline the word intersect. Next, if angle POY is equal to 90 degree. So there is one perpendicular given over here, POY. So this angle is given as 90 degree. And also it is given the ratio of A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. These two angles, the ratio of A is to B. So they are given A over here. A angle is over here and they are given B over here. So they are given the ratio of these two angles is 2 is to 3. So immediately write what is given. What is given? XY and MN intersect at O. So as I said, circle the word intersect. So that you will come to know I had to use the property vertically opposite angle. Now what is second condition given? Ratio of A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. Also it is given angle POY is equal to 90 degree. So what is to be found? You have to find angle C. Have to find angle C over here. In the figure, angle C is over here. That is angle XON is equal to C. This angle I have to find. So using the given condition, you have to think what are all the keywords given over here. First it is given intersect. So when two lines are intersecting, vertically opposites are found. So is there any angle I can find for vertically opposite angle? For finding B, this angle is not given over here, so I cannot use the property. For finding angle C, C is vertically to A plus 90 degree, but two unknowns are there over here, so I cannot find C also. So here I am not able to use the property, first property as vertically opposite angle. So let us move on to the second information given. What is given? A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. So let us take angle A is equal to 2x and B is equal to 3x. Also it is given POY is equal to 90 degree. If POY is equal to 90 degree, then also I can say angle POX is also equal to 90 degree because they are linear pair. You write angle POY is equal to angle POX is equal to 90 degree. In bracket you can write linear pair. Now if I am going to observe this POX, it is written as A plus B. So you write it over here. angle POX is equal to A plus B. So what is POX? POX is 90 degree. What is A? A is 2x. What is B? 2:3. B is 3x. So what is 2x plus 3x? 5x. So 5x is equal to 90 degree, or x is equal to 90 divided by 5. 1 5 is 5, 8 5s are 40 degree. Now I got the value of x as 18 degree. I said don't leave the answer as it is. So I had to calculate what is 2x. 2x is equal to 2 into 18, which is equal to 36 degree. And 3x is equal to 3 into 18, which is equal to 54 degree. So I said immediately write it with pencil over here, 36 degree. Here it is 54 degree. Now what is the third angle? What we had to find? I had to find angle C. How to find angle C? See, here you are able to observe that MN is a line. So sum of angle C plus 54 will be equal to 180 degree linear pair. So I can subtract this angle 54 and get the answer. So shall I write that step? MN is a line. Therefore, angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree linear pair. What is angle B? 54 plus angle C is equal to 180 degree, or angle C is equal to 180 minus 54, which is equal to 10 minus 4 is 6, 126 degree. So in this exercise, in the first two sums, we are using vertically opposite and linear pair property. If vertically opposite is not given, then use the linear property. Line wise you go, then you will be able to do the sums easily. First you try for vertically opposite. If vertically opposite you are not able to find out any angle, then move on to the next property, that is linear pair. So line wise if you are going to move, then it will be very easy to find out the angles. So in this question, I will explain once again. Two lines are intersecting at the point O, and also it is given angle POY is equal to 90 degree, and this angle A plus B is given in the ratio that is 2:3, and we are asked to find angle C. As I said, vertically opposite angles are equal, but I cannot find over here because no angle is given over here. So I will move on to the next property, that is the linear pair property. Angle POY is 90 degree, means angle POX will also be equal to 90 degree. You are able to observe POX is given in the form of ratio A plus B. So A plus B is 90, A is given as 3x and B is given as 2x. So 5x is 90, so x will be 18. If x is equal to 18, 2x will be equal to 36 degree, 3x will be equal to 54 degree. So we have found these two angles A and B. Now we are asked to find the angle C. So coming to this line, we are able to observe two angles over here. Line is also there. So these two angles are nothing but the linear pair angles. So 54 plus C will be equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle C is 180 minus 54, which is equal to 126 degree. So you have to move slowly line by line for finding out the angles. So it will be very easy for you to do. So you try the other questions. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you.